In the pantheon of modern mythology, few characters evoke the same sense of silent power and moral resolve as Batman. A man without superpowers, he stands among gods and aliens with nothing but his will, intellect, and pain-hardened discipline. While many admire Batman for his gadgets, combat prowess, or detective skills, the essence of his character aligns deeply with Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emphasizes virtue, endurance, and mastery over emotion. Strip away the cape and cowl, and Batman emerges as a modern embodiment of a Stoic sage, guided by duty, detached from pleasure, and resolute in the face of suffering. Pain as the foundation of purpose. Stoicism teaches that pain and hardship are not to be voided, but embraced as tools for growth and character. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." For Bruce Wayne, the trauma of witnessing his parents' murder did not become a lifelong excuse for bitterness or revenge. Instead, it became the crucible that forged his identity as Batman. He did not ask, "Why me?" but rather, "What must I do now?" This redirection of pain into purpose is the cornerstone of both Stoicism and the Dark Knight's existence. Like a Stoic, Batman does not seek pity or comfort. His pain is his fuel. He trains in solitude, disciplines his mind and body, and chooses a life of isolation not because he enjoys suffering, but because he believes it to be necessary. He accepts his burden as his duty, not his curse. Virtue over emotion. At the heart of Stoicism lies the belief that virtue, not emotion, wealth, or reputation, is the highest good. A Stoic strives to live in accordance with reason and moral integrity, regardless of external circumstances. Batman embodies this principle in every decision he makes. Despite the chaos of Gotham and the temptation to act with vengeance, Batman imposes strict moral boundaries on himself, most notably, his refusal to kill. This is not because it would be easy to abstain from violence. Rather, it is because he understands that crossing that line would compromise the very virtue he strives to uphold. He controls his emotions not by suppressing them entirely, but by refusing to let them dictate his actions. Rage, fear, grief, all are present within him, but none rule him. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Batman reacts with restraint, even when all instincts scream for retaliation. Detachment from external pleasures. In a world where Bruce Wayne has access to unimaginable wealth, power, and prestige, it is telling that he chooses a life of sacrifice and minimal personal indulgence. Stoics were wary of luxury and pleasure, viewing them as distractions from virtue and self-discipline. Batman's detachment from worldly pleasures mirrors this ideal. Though he dons the playboy persona as a mask, his true self lives in the shadows, far from the temptations of comfort. He avoids deep romantic entanglements, not because he is incapable of love, but because he knows that attachments can compromise his mission. He forgoes a normal life, recognizing that his path is not that of happiness, but of duty. This voluntary hardship is the mark of a Stoic warrior, someone who walks the hard road not out of masochism, but out of moral necessity. Endurance in the face of chaos. Gotham is a city steeped in disorder, crime, and moral ambiguity. Each night, Batman faces situations that test his resilience, compassion, and resolve. Yet, he endures, not because he expects to win the war against crime, but because he believes it is right to fight it. Stoicism teaches amor fati, love of fate, the idea of embracing all that happens, good or bad, as necessary. Batman does not bemoan the futility of his work. He does not give up when the city fails him or when allies falter. He continues, undeterred, because his purpose is not contingent on success. As Seneca wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Batman embraces those trials nightly. The inner citadel. Stoics believed in the concept of the inner citadel, a mental fortress that protects one's peace from the chaos of the world. Batman has built such a fortress within himself. Despite constant threats, betrayals, and moral dilemmas, he remains centered. His identity is not in flux with public opinion or personal desire. Whether hunted as a criminal or celebrated as a hero, he remains the same, a guardian of justice, a symbol of fear for the wicked, and a beacon of resilience for the good. Conclusion: the stoic in the shadows, Batman is more than a vigilante. He is a stoic philosopher in action, a man who suffers but does not yield, who feels but does not falter. His silence is not emptiness but control. His solitude is not loneliness but clarity. In a world driven by impulse, ego, and self-interest, Batman reminds us of the power of restraint, discipline, and purpose. In many ways, Batman does not fight just for Gotham. He fights for the soul of man, proving each night that even in darkness, one can choose to live by light. Like the Stoics of old, he teaches us that virtue is not granted but earned, forged in pain, tempered by reason, and immortalized by action.